thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at Toronto, they took the win in their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Yeah, struggled to shoot the basketball in that game, but still.
Toronto leading by 3. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Dwayne Casey. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, but he knows the drill defensively. Keep them out of the lane. He said they're tough to deal with when you let them get to the rim. We've got to move our feet and do our best to deny that penetration. Kevin, easier said than done.
Thanks, Doris.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Sanders' shot is good. And so here's Toronto. And Joseph gets to DeRozan. There's the screen. The feed to Ross. Screen by Scola. Ross with a screen on Sanders. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Rockets have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Passes it to Joseph. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And why don't we quickly go to the 2K leaderboard and find out which shooting guards have been the hottest at the free throw line this season. 4th, James Harden.
And this is a set of players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact, because if they can get to the bucket and the foul, it's going to be a three-point play the hard way.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I think even if they get whistled for a fair number of charge calls because of that aggressive mindset, it's worth it. When you're an elite free throw shooter, and these guys are, I think you've always got to be aggressive in trying to get yourself to the foul line.
Houston making a switch. Beverly's checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Patterson's checked in. The rebound by Patterson.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Now here's Joseph. Ariza covering. And Joseph kicks to Patterson. And again, no good by Toronto. Rockets trail. Booker inside. DeRozan defending. No good from Booker. Toronto, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Scola, a screen on Ariza. And DeRozan. Here we go. From down in the low post, it goes.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Dishes it to Sanders. Releases. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now Beverly. Booker the pass to Sanders. Shot clock at 5. Good on the shot. Sanders has got 5. Ross dishes to DeRozan. Inside. And Ross with the slam.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 40.
And a chance to hear from DeMar DeRozan talking about his team's impressive play of late.
We all just playing together. You know, that's the biggest thing. Moving the ball, playing together on the defensive end. You know, just having trust in one another. You know, that's the bottom line. You know, once we play comfortable, go out there and have fun, we all clicking.
And DeMar is definitely a guy, Greg, that knows how to infuse that chemistry and teamwork on the floor. It looks like he's a big reason why they're clicking. Here. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Howard. Ariza comes in for Michael Beasley. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for James Harden. And Sanders subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Toronto, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for John Lure. Terrence Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. And it's DeRozan in for Corey Joseph. So for Toronto right now, DeRozan at the 2 with Ross playing the 3. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Lowry in at the point guard position. Raptors leading by 12. DeRozan in the corner. And again, Toronto no luck.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Sanders. Sanders missing again. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to Dallas.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory. Just couldn't come through in crunch time.
Greg, I thought it was a solid effort from them all the way around. I mean, but they're, as you and I know, moral victories are kind of empty consolation prizes. A loss is a loss.
DeMar DeRozan on the wing with 1 on the clock, and that's 2 points on the layup. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
That'll do it for the first half.
Thanks, Kev. Coach Casey, you head into halftime with a bit of a cushion here. How do you keep up this intensity for the rest of the game?
Well, it's
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game. Capella's checked in. Trevor Booker comes in for Trevor Ariza. Sanders checked in for James Harden. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Mario Chalmers. A new group in now for the Raptors. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Scola comes in for John Lure. Terrence Ross is checked in for DeMar Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Sanders in at 2 guard. Beasley out there with Trevor Booker. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And Sanders kicks to Beverly. Softly drops in the floater. Beverly's got 7 points in the game.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Kicks to Scola. DeRozan in the corner. Puts it up from 15. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got his 4th rebound in this one.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
And he gets it to go. Toronto leading by 17. Here's Joseph. He's got 5. He feeds it to Patterson. Takes it off the glass.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
For Houston, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And a look now statistically over the last month for the Rockets. First in opponent points per game. 14th in field goal percentage. And as far as fewest turnovers per game, not a strong suit. They've struggled here. Top 20 in the league. Those numbers can get you beat.
And as you mentioned, they've been the best in limiting opponents' points per game. I mean, they really take the life out of a team's offense, grinding things to a halt.
The first one falls.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for DeRozan. He has 18 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
The Raptors making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in. Sanders against DeRozan. Now here's Sanders. He has 7. Another miss by Sanders. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break chance. And that is good. And that's 21 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Good.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Another miss by Houston.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Capella, the pass to Beverly. Here's Sanders. Sanders missing again.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Toronto ahead, scoring 10 unanswered to finish off the quarter. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Here is Sanders. So for Toronto right now, we've got Ellis. White is out there with Powell. Then there's Patrick Patterson.
Move the ball.
Sanders dishes to Decker. Back to Sanders. Shoots a 3. Cannot hit. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That team is a little road weary right now. That is the 6th consecutive game away from home. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Raptors shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Patterson, the screen. Kicks it out to Ellis. It's Patterson atop the key. And right, here we go. And he jams it with authority.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Feeds it to Powell. Back to right. Down low. Pass to Patterson. Powell kicks to Ellis. And he's good on the 3-ball.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for the Rockets. Luis Scola, he's checked in for the Rockets. Booker, he's checked in for Howard. McDaniels comes in for Decker. And Sanders subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Shot on the wing. Sanders' shot is good. Lowry with the ball. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. There's a good screen. Clock at 6. Lure. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got his 3rd assist on the night.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
DeRozan passes to Lewis. Rebound by Harrell.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And in a 2-game season series, you love taking charge of game 1. That's obvious, and exactly what they're doing here tonight against the Rockets.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for DeRozan. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Sanders against Lowry. It's stolen by Lowry. And now Lowry running the floor all by himself. Good.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
The Rockets again can't hit. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory.
Kyle, how big a factor was the defense you guys played tonight?
You know, we focused in a lot on defense in the film session we did before the game, so we had to re-emphasize the things that we worked on in the last couple of days of practice.
It seemed to play out for you, Kyle. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan. We watched a marvelous third quarter from him, and he basically put the game on ice at that point. And from that point on, they were in control.
Well, DeRozan is capable of just going off on any night. You know, his leadership, though, whew, that sets him apart right there. DeMar leads by example, and his team feeds off that good energy.
He was doing some serious battling with the...
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.